Welcome to another episode of The Canon, where I bring you the latest in comic book and superhero movie news. I'm your host, Terry, and I'm ready to bring you stuff that matters. We got a lot of crap to talk about today. Go to the description box if you want to jump around through different topics. But starting off, Justice League trailer dropped today. Brand new Justice League trailer dropped. We got a lot of teasers, a lot of posters hyping this up, and then we finally got it today. So for me, I'm definitely going to keep it. This is probably the most divisive trailer. This trailer is as divisive as BVS, I think, where it really was put together weird. And I really think that the content inside of it was good, but the way it was put together, I don't know, something about it. But this whole idea of we're churching up and cleaning up the DCU to make it fun, doesn't really look like it. It looks like Zack Snyder's continuing to do what he does. But they did add in these one-liners that was Marvel-esque, and they were horrible. Cyborg, I think you should move. Like, that was not, what? That wasn't fun. That was stupid. I mean, I did like the Batman, what's your superpower? Oh, I'm rich. I like that. I like the energy that the Flash brings. Everyone's talking about how dark the DCU. It was 2 movies. There was a different take on Man of Steel and Superman, and then Batman v Superman, of course, was about dark content. But you haven't even seen other characters yet, so someone with the Flash naturally was going to lighten it up and be a nice counterbalance to everybody else. So I like that. Jason Momoa looks amazing. Cyborg, you gotta work the legs, bro. You just can't do upper body. You don't look proportionate. How them little chicken legs gonna hold up that weight? That's what I'm trying to worry about. But other than that, he looks good. I do like that the way he moves and the way he has the powers, which is his character, was always fun. But the way it looks in the movie looks really good. So I like that. Then he did this weird thing with his mask change. He looked kind of like Deadshot. I personally haven't seen that. Maybe that's in the comics, but I haven't seen that before. So I wonder what that's about. But I like the way that Ray Fisher is coming off as the character. Maybe not the CGI, but the way he's coming off. And I thought that when they first showed the teaser trailer, is that he's very calm and kind of, like an alpha dog, which I never really pictured Cyborg to be that, but the way he talks is just like, man. I mean, and they probably are like, I'm scarred from what I'm going through, and I'm tough now because, I'm going through some messed up stuff. And he's kind of doing the right thing, but he's still a hurt person. So I like that. You saw Barry Allen with his dad. A lot of stuff. If I like to watch the trailer in slow motion with the sound off after a while, just so you can catch things because it goes quick. And one quick shot of this huge battle with like all the I forgot what they're called, the flying demon things. And then you saw the Amazons there. It was like a lot of the Amazons from the Wonder Woman trailers. They were on horses. They were fighting. I think you saw Atlanteans fighting too. So there looks like this gigantic parademon. Sorry, there's some gigantic battle scene between like everybody. This looks crazy. I mean, I love Batman. And if you ever watch me, you know my feelings of Ben Affleck when he became Batman. I was on the hater train, and I really thought he could pull off Batman. I didn't think he could pull off Bruce Wayne. To this day, I still think his Bruce Wayne is okay. I'm like, that's Ben Affleck, but his Batman, I love his Batman. And so that was exciting. And yeah, a lot of it was good. We saw Commissioner Gordon, saw a lot of stuff. So, I mean, I definitely keep it, like I said, overall. A lot of the stuff in there, just the idea of what this movie is going to be, is really shaping up to be very exciting. The way they cut the trailer together, I wasn't a big fan of, especially all these songs. I don't know. I like the songs they chose for BVS and stuff like that. And I know they're trying to do a different vibe, but I feel like it would have been more impactful had we had some of those themes from that we've seen so far from Hans Zimmer. So that's just me. But overall, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I love the way Wonder Woman, every time Wonder Woman, like Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, she's defining herself as Wonder Woman. Because every time she pops on screen, like, yeah, that's Wonder Woman. It's the way she fight is exactly like she was fighting in Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman movie, or at least the trailer showed. So I love all that. I love all that. And it did come off very Avenger-esque, and I know people are going to hate and cry. Dude, it's a team of superheroes fighting aliens. So it doesn't matter which characters, which company made it. Yes, it's going to come off kind of similar, but it's a different story, different characters. So to say they ripped it off, which I didn't see anybody say that, but you know it's going to come, would be just absolutely silly. They didn't rip anything off. It's a similar type situation that they're in. And that's just kind of the stories from the comics. So, yeah, we still haven't seen Steppenwolf or anything. No hints of Superman, but, you know, it's early. We're 8 months out, and we just got another trailer. So, people don't realize how far in advance we got that first trailer. Like, they were almost 2 years out from the movie, and we had a teaser trailer. And now we got another trailer 8 months out. So, we got a lot up until this point, and they're pushing the marketing, but just be calm and patient, because don't expect to get a lot after this. I will say though that I think this is overshadowing Wonder Woman a bit. I think Wonder Woman, as the movie coming up next, needs to be the focus, especially when she's in Justice League. So now it's confusing. I think you need to really be pushing Wonder Woman right now, because that's the next movie up, and then that gets you excited for Justice League, which then you push at Comic-Con. But we know all the negative news with Batman and Ben Affleck and all that, and DCU, so they're trying to give fans something to be happy about, and they're all going to get crazy over the Justice League. Not everybody's crazy over Wonder Woman. It's a big female-driven property that a lot of female women are excited. Females are excited for. But Justice League is more broad and hits more fans, so they're pushing that as the marketing. But anyway, speaking of marketing, someone that does it well is Disney with Star Wars. CEO Bob Iger came out in an interview, talked about the future of Star Wars. Number one, he said that Carrie Fisher will not be digitally or any alterations at all in Episode 9. So whatever they shot in Episode 8 is going to stay the same. They also talked about the Han Solo movie, saying that it's going to cover between the ages 18-24. They're going to cover how he met Chewie. They're going to cover how he got the ship. And they're going to cover how he got his name. And then they talked about the Star Wars Skywalker saga, saying that it's going to continue on for about another decade and a half worth of stories, as they're now starting to write those out. So I'm going to keep it. A lot of stuff to talk about. First off, he misspoke. He said a decade and a half. He meant a century and a half. Like, let's be serious here. You know how much they paid for Star Wars? Over $40 billion? Ain't no way in the world. They're going to make that until it's done. They're going to grind the dust out of the Star Wars universe. Trust and believe that. I think he meant we're now working on our next set of stories, a phase, if you will. And it's probably going to cover 15 years. But they're not done after 15 years. Don't be scared. They're always going to do Star Wars stuff. But as far as Carrie Fisher, I thought that was interesting, just because a lot of people speculate that she had a big role in Episode 9, and some people said she did. So they're wondering how they're going to play it off. For me, it's pretty simple. I mean, unless you, in the movie where, in Episode 8, where she's like in the middle of about to do something big, I think you just go to Episode 9 with the opening crawl or in the dialogue and say, you know, as the fight continues, we lost key members, including Princess Leia or General Leia. Boom, done. That's it. Or someone says that in the dialogue, like, you know, we're losing this fight. We already lost General Leia. And then you're done. You move off. Some fans might think it's cheap to lose her off camera, but I think at this point, you know, I like that you're not trying to digitally do anything. You're trying to play around with the CGI to bring her back or change this, change that. I think you just naturally put it into the story, and you respect her by not trying to get somebody else, even if people feel you're disrespecting the character by not giving her on-screen death. But I don't know, that's just me. So we'll see how they do it. I think they got a plan in mind, but we're ways away. We got to see the movie first. Han Solo, all that is cool, whatever. I don't care. I don't want a Han Solo movie. I could care less about this movie, even with Donald Glover. I just don't want to see it. But them looking at Han Solo's name, So we don't know what that means. We don't know if Han Solo is a full fake name. We don't know if Solo is just a different last name and he has a real last name. We don't know, but people are thinking that this is going to lead into some connections in other things. And I think that's what it is. I fully think Disney is opening up themselves to make different connections or different reveals. I don't know if it's going to connect directly to the episodic stories or if it's going to connect to a spinoff or maybe the Rebels show or something like that. But I think they're opening themselves up so they can do something with that. So that intrigues me. All that other stuff, who cares? He has it. I like the mystery of Han Solo, but the fact that he has a different name, that can open up possibilities. As long as it isn't anything that kind of gets me in the theater and disappoints me. Like, oh, well, whatever. His name was Johnson, not Solo. Like, as long as it's nothing like that. But I don't think he's a Skywalker, so I don't think they'll do that. But maybe he's a descendant of Palpatine or something like that. And I don't know. I'm just making up crap. But that should be fun. So another thing that's fun is Deadpool. Everybody loves Deadpool. Deadpool, they're talking about the casting for Deadpool 2 or for Cable. We got reports that Michael Shannon is going to be the front runner. We had reports that Brad Pitt was also in the long process of possibly getting the role. So I'm going to sweep it. I don't really necessarily think Michael Shannon or Brad Pitt fit well. I think they're both great actors. I think Shannon could definitely bring the character piece. I don't know if he looks like him. I don't know if he really brings the presence that Cable does. But he has strong acting chops. So I'm not sure with those two picks exactly how I feel about it. But I'm going to sweep it. But it's good that you're getting talent, attracting talent. But I don't know. I don't really know who's going to play Cable. I don't know if it's going to be an unknown, but I don't know. I'm not good. I'm not a huge Cable fan, so I don't know. But I just look at Cable in the comics and what he does and TV shows, and I try to think who would fit that, and there's not too many I could think of. My vote is Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not even joking. I don't even care. Because Cable gives that Terminator type vibe. I mean, I thought the guy that got to play Bishop in Days of Future Past was not a good pick at all. But then you saw the movie, you're like, okay. Yeah. But so maybe they can get away with getting someone that isn't aesthetically that looks like Cable. But I don't know. I sweep it for now. So another piece of news that we got is that Chris Evans said that he is up to play Captain America. We had some reports saying that he said he's done after the movie. He didn't actually say that. The words were twisted. The guy said that factually he's done after this movie. His contract is up is what he was saying. Chris Evans didn't say that. But now Chris Evans cleared that up, saying he wants to keep playing Captain America as long as Marvel wants him. But it's up to Marvel. His contract is up after Infinity Wars, or whatever they call the second one. And it's up to Marvel to redo the contract. And so he'll come back if he has, or if they want him to. So I'm going to keep this. Now, what people gotta realize is there's a long line of this. We go way back. Chris Evans saying he wants to start directing, do other movies. Which, trust me, these Marvel, these superhero movies, DC, all that is fun, but it's not super creative. It's not the indie award-winning type movies that they want to do as actors to stretch themselves. So they got other passion. So people are like, man, he might be done. We saw this with Robert Downey Jr. And then Robert Downey Jr. found out that nobody's coming to see Robert Downey Jr. They come to see Tony Stark. So he put out his movie The Judge and it bombed hard. And then he said, okay, yeah, let me re-up that contract and go be Tony Stark. So I think Chris Evans kind of understands that. He saw what happened and he's not trying to leave Marvel completely. But I think he wants to probably change up how much Marvel he does. But his comments saying, it's all on Marvel and everything, to me that feels like it's one of two things. I think either his character is dead after the two Infinity Wars and he's not happy about it, So it's more like, talk to Marvel, don't talk to me. I want to be Cap, but they killed me off, so nothing I can do, ask Marvel. Or some people think it's a play to get more money, and that he's kind of, playing hardball. So it's more like, yeah, I could be Cap if Marvel gives me the money. Ask them. It's all up to them. As long as they come in me with the right contract, I'll do it. But right now, they playing cheap. So it could be one of those two things. We know Robert Downey Jr. got huge money. He makes more money than all the Avengers together. And now Christopher Evans, it's kind of like the football with the rookie contracts. Chris Evans came in with that cheap crap. Now that he's a big guy, big boy, he wants some big boy money. So it could be one of those two things. I have no idea. I tend to suspect that Captain America was killed off, and so he's not really happy about that. But knowing Marvel, there's ways to bring him back. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think a death is needed. Someone's going to die in these movies. And for Chris Evans, maybe he might be scared that he won't make as much money when he goes and does his own projects. But who knows? Who knows? Right now, we got Iron Man in cameo roles. He doesn't have his own movie. He pops up in movies. Even Civil War, he's like the co-lead, but he's half the movie. He's not there the whole time. So Captain America might get something like that, a deal where he is kind of there in movies, but he's not doing his own movie anymore. So we'll have to see on that. Another thing we are going to see is a Silver Sable and Black Cat movie. There's reports that Sony is now pushing to have a movie released in 2018 that stars Silver Sable and Black Cat from the Spider-Man universe. I am going to keep this because the report says it's confirmed it's not part of the MCU. We had all this discussion with Venom. Is it part of the MCU or not? I already told you my thoughts, and I thought it was pretty clear. They said a long time ago, Spider-Man is the deal. Maybe Aunt May or someone else, but Spider-Man is the deal for Marvel, not everybody else. So everybody else is still on the Sony side. Spider-Man is being borrowed with Marvel. So what I think they're going to do is they're going to set up this world around Spider-Man. And similar, like I was saying with Iron Man, Spider-Man is going to cameo because Sony still owns Spider-Man. But, Disney probably has to approve what they do so it doesn't change the essence of their Spider-Man, whatever. But I think he's going to pop up in the Venom movie in the background or quick cameo. Then he's going to pop up in the Silver Sable Black Cat movie to set up why these people are here. Because it all revolves around Spider-Man. And so he pops up in the movies to kind of legitimize the characters and the story. And then we build this world around Spider-Man. So I think that's what they're going to do. And I like that idea. Because your Spider-Man is in the MCU. And you can't rely on that money alone. You gotta use the characters, use the world, and continue to make your own universe and your own money. So right now it's collaborative. People are saying that Homecoming was straight up Disney and Sony together, not Disney taking over and doing it themselves. So everything's collaborative, the money is shared, but at the end of the day, Sony owns Spider-Man and they're responsible for it. So that's the news for the day. Go to the comment section, let me know what you thought of the Justice League trailer, all that stuff. Like, thumbs up, subscribe, and if you heard it here, it's official canon.